All right, guys. So welcome. It's awesome. Tax team prepared this. I mean, they've been talking about this for. I haven't really seen a guest speaker or guest company be as prepared as they've been, and they've made this like such a huge thing. We'll teach them, Zoom soon because we're gonna be doing a lot more of these. But guys, a lot of you guys don't know. I'll kind of announce it here before you see it on social media. Pretty in the upcoming weeks. Some of you guys know, like I know I've talked to Sammy about it and a few of the leadership team. If you guys don't know, the announcement is that George Cancerbello has decided to strategically partner with the tax team to bring in the same kind of, sales and, family atmosphere. I even had the shirt for today that the lifestyle was able to grow, have the two companies working in fusion, not only two, because, they have the credit repair, they have the tax team, they have bookkeeping services. They have a celebrity and sports division that we'll announce more of it. I'm actually taking all of them to lunch today to get to know everybody. So we're going to do the same exact thing we've done with lifestyle and put some rocket fuel in it. So the announcement is that we will be working a lot more hand in hand. I expect everybody to be incorporated. I expect everybody to save more in their taxes. I expect our clients to be able to do their taxes in a way that prepares you to be able to sell a house down the line to them. Be able to have your bookkeeping services for the realtors that are starting to close a lot, and it's just a great fusion. I mean, it's awesome because I've been able to see their company grow from when lifestyle started, actually the tax team, and they have a whole holding group. They've been able to like grow alongside us, so it's awesome. That's the announcement. We're gonna be like this now, family united. And without too much further ado, I just wanted to premise what's going to be discussed today. It's all about like incorporations, tax savings. They didn't announce it, but I want, and I kind of said it in a chat, guys. So we could talk about a little bit of the PPP loans, SBA loans, like things that they could have done if they have incorporated with a PA and built their business history. If you guys could touch on that and write a note. You have Evelyn that might even talk about lending. There's just so many things that they're going to cover. The whole financial literacy. This is going to be probably multiple chapters over months. And we're actually going to do a little event. They have a badass, it's called the Tea Room, but they have a badass place that we could do more private meetings. I still don't have the key to that. So that's the only part, the key that I want, right? You guys can keep the tax office, but the Tea Room is the one I want. But guys, let's show them how the engage with them, ask the questions, and that's it. Welcome, guys. Welcome to your family now. It's not even like welcome to the lifestyle. Welcome to the lifestyle family because it goes both ways. So go ahead, take the ball, Mike.
All right, awesome. Great words there, George. And the cat's out of the bag. George Canciobello is officially a partner with the tax team. And with that said, we are super excited to begin this business venture together. And we have no doubt that together, us realtors, preparers, everybody who's in here, credit repair department, lending, we're all going to be able to work together as one team and truly rock it. So first things first, my name's Mike Darna. I'm one of the managing partners here at the tax team. Been with the company since day one. I run the tax side of things. So we got personal taxes, business taxes. What we're going to be speaking about today, why is it important to incorporate? We open corporations, we do bookkeeping, payroll, little bit of everything. And it goes hand in hand with the business of real estate. So there is a lot to learn and things you might not know. So hopefully you guys can take a couple things from this training today and apply it to your everyday. As George echoed, this is the first of many. So I'm excited to introduce myself to you guys and introduce my team that you guys now use as resources. Definitely use us to get yourself set up. Any clients that you have pending to close some deals, we are one now. So I look forward to working with each and every one of you. Yesy. So we could dive into the actual presentation for today. I'll be kicking off. If you can pull up my slide. Perfect. All right, so why should I incorporate? And I'm going to be focusing on LLC versus PA, which PA is a professional association and is, at the end of the day, an S corporation, which again, we will dive into. When you see LLC, I want you guys to think of also just yourself as being self-employed, because whether if it's you, the self-employed individual, or an LLC, your tax benefit is still the same, okay? Move on to the second page, please. So the benefits of incorporating, I'll start with that. First and foremost, it creates a corporate identity, right? I'm a player, I have a business, right? I'm a professional. That's huge. It's instantly going to give your business more credibility. Obviously, when they see your name and they see PA attached to it, for example, Michael Darna PA, again, that is a professional association that's going to give you that credibility. Down the line, that may make or break a deal. You never know. Biggest thing we're going to be discussing is the tax benefits today. Huge savings for your hard-earned money. You guys are contractors getting paid out on 1099s. And if you're anywhere over 25, 30, 40 and above, and you don't have a company yet, what are you waiting for? You're going to find out exactly why that is so critical to your pocket today. And incorporating, what's the last benefit? Lower risk of being audited on tax filings. You know, us as realtors, we got to look the part. We got to go get that business. We got to knock on doors. We got to bang out calls. Whatever it takes to be successful, you guys are doing. With that, you guys got to look the part. So you're constantly looking for business. You know, you're spending money on your attire. You're spending money on your gas, your vehicle, the computer you bought, the tolls you covered on the way to the open house. I mean, the expenses are endless. We know that. We have a big chain of realtors that we help out. And it's a night and day difference for what we can write off as an entity versus me, the individual. Okay. George, you had something to say there?
No, I think it might have been somebody else. No, but nobody said anything. Go ahead, keep it going.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'll keep it going. Yesenia. Okay, here we go. First and foremost, an LLC, what is it? It's a limited liability company, right? And when it comes to incorporating, you're going to have two options. You can either open an LLC or you can open a corporation. We're talking about an LLC first. So it's a business structure that business owners can use to protect their personal assets. That's a big one. Definitely is. However, when it comes down to taxation, you are paying the same tax as an LLC as you would as a self-employed individual. So whether if that's 40, 50, 60,000 gross after expenses, whatever is left over, that's your net. You're being taxed about 30%, 30, 31% as an LLC. You are paying self-employment taxes, which being structured correctly, you will avoid, okay? Last point for LLC, you can have multiple owners. You guys will be all known as members. Again, I like to introduce the options so you guys get familiar with both and then know exactly why an S-Corp PA is the way to go. So we've been talking about S-Corp, we've been talking about PA. What is an S-Corp? An S-Corporation is a tax designation for which an LLC or a corporation can apply. So here you see LLC again, and you're probably thinking, well, I already have an LLC. Can I apply to be an S-Corporation? The answer is yes. But remember, an S-Corp is not an LLC. An S-Corp is a tax designation, meaning if you already have an established LLC, you can convert to an S-Corp to be taxed as one, and then you will benefit from the savings. All right. Owners of S-Corps are considered employees of their own company, and you can save thousands of dollars on self-employment taxes as a result of just being structured correctly. We talked about LLC / a self-employed individual that pay north of 30%. Well, guess what? As an S corporation, you are taxed on 20%, 21% on profit after expenses. That's known as pass-through taxation, which saves you self-employment tax. Now, what is self-employment tax? It is your Social Security and Medicare wages taxed at about a 15.3% that you're avoiding in this case, just by being structured correctly, okay? Moving on. As realtors, the question is, which is best for me? So a couple things you want to know. Again, very important. The S-Corp is a tax designation. It is not a business structure. Now that this is a brand new partnership with you guys, I really won't say it's brand new. Now it's more of like a family feel because George is officially in the trenches with us, which is fantastic. But our history kind of intertwines, right? Because when the tax team launched, Lifestyle was launching as well. So we've been able to pretty much see each other grow side by side. Now we're just kind of bringing that in. So with that said, a lot of realtors through the years have been referred to us. They have come in and they have, decided what's best for them. So most agents like to be a PA so that they can be taxed as the S corporation, again, to eliminate that self-employment tax. Sorry guys, I got something that came in and it booted me out. All right, I'm back, sorry. And again, you're saving that big self-employment tax, which is 15.3%. Most important thing, again, with a PA is having it shows you are a licensed professional, which is a deal maker. It shows that, I am certified in my craft. Let's make a deal. Let's close this deal. Let's get you in the home of your dreams. Okay. Moving on. Yessie, moving on. I want to open this up because, again, this is the first of many trainings, right? So we just wanted to put something together today to get your feet wet so you guys can understand and get, an understanding of what an LLC is, what an S-Corp is. And clearly there's going to be many, many questions to come. I want to take these next 5 minutes to open the floor for you guys to be able to answer some questions before we move on to the next presenter, okay? What do we got out there?
I have a question.
Sure.
Is it
How you doing
possible,
today?
if we're operating business here in New Jersey, to get licensed as a PA and file taxes in Florida?
Yep, you could definitely have the corporation set up in New Jersey. Every state varies, but you can definitely have that opened in New Jersey and have that structured as a PA, and we can definitely help you get that open for you.
Okay.
In New Jersey, you can live in New Jersey and open a Florida corporation. Just like me living in Florida, I can be in Florida and open a corporation in Virginia or in Delaware. So we have a lot of clients from different cities, different states that don't necessarily incorporate where they're from, but this can definitely be brought to life for you.
Awesome. I'll get your number after. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do. All right. What else we got out there?
We have a question in the chat box. It says, do my commission checks need to be written out to my PA? How do I apply for S-Corp tax designation?
This guy right here. So we could, again, just like with Jersey, we could definitely bring that S corporation to life. Now, I don't know if you already have a corporation or a PA. If you're looking to open one, we definitely can. And she hit it on the money. She should be getting paid her commissions, he or she, sorry, should be paid their commissions to the PA. Because again, if it's paid out to the individual, you're going to pay out a much higher tax rate, north of 30% on your profits after expenses. However, if you open your PA and Lifestyle's paying your commissions to your PA, then automatically you're going to be on an S corporation. That's what we will set you up on. We'll be able to write off more expenses as a company than as an individual. So that's a benefit. Remember, we mentioned that there's least chances of an audit this way. And then you're going to save a ton of money. I know how hard you guys work out there to make these deals happen. And the last thing you want to do is overpay the IRS for no reason. So it's simply knowing how you should be structured. And definitely as realtors, the PA is the way to go because it's going to save you a ton of money. And again, I can definitely help you with that. Once I'm done answering some questions, we'll put the screen back on there. That'll have our direct contact number here at the office and our email, my email personally, and our info box, okay?
Hi, I have a quick question.
Sure.
In New Jersey, we can't write out our commissions to an LLC. It has to be to an individual.
In New Jersey, is that how the structure was set up, George?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, New Jersey, they don't allow the PA thing, but what else? I don't know if that was Sherry that said that, but
Yes.
it sounded like, yeah, I figured but you should be doing your expenses and all that. The only thing is in Jersey, Mike, which they, that's more on the brokerage side of things, they don't let them get paid to a PA. But
even if they opened the corporation in Florida, they wouldn't be able to be paid on it in New Jersey?
I'll have to double check.
Didn't pass
That's a great question. Let's actually, we have the legal hotline in Florida. Sherry, I think, and Chris, we need to call the legal hotline for Jersey and find out if we could do that, because that'd be a great way to save you guys more money. So
Yeah,
Sherry,
that
let's
would
put
be-
that,
that-
let's check, let's research that, and then I want to email the whole brokerage that. That's a great question.
I want to chime in there quickly as well. Actually, at its worst,
I heard you in the background. There he is.
at its worst case scenario, we can do what's called a pass through. Essentially, the PA is receiving the PA is receiving the income, and then the income is passed through your 1099 from yourself directly to the corporation, your corporation. That's how you're able to pass through your income. It's just a trick to be able to solidify that
Well,
issue.
Carlos, and how does it work with the New Jersey state income tax? How would you know that? Like, how would it help them if they do that, like to get paid like that?
At the end of the day, obviously, New Jersey has a state tax, so obviously the business is still operational in New Jersey. So there is a state tax applicable aside from federal.
All right. I'm sure you guys could probably help with that.
Yeah,
actually-
definitely.
Yeah.
Circle any questions that we don't get to now. Guys, I want you guys to reach out to me. You will have my email. We'll connect on a phone call and we'll go down the line and answer any questions you may have so that we structure you correctly, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Mike, we have 2 more questions. Let's get to those. Zoe asked, when you do payroll to yourself and an S corporation, we still need to pay Social Security and payroll taxes. And then somebody
That is-
asked Martha, the name of your PA has to be the same way as written on your RE license?
So let me answer the first question first, and then we'll get to that. As far as payroll is concerned, yes, when you're paying yourself payroll as part of the rules and regulations of being an S-Corp, it is required, right? So you, as the president of your S corporation, will pay yourself a salary. What we suggest is always about 10% of your gross earnings. And yes, on your W-2, you will be paying federal taxes, Social Security and Medicare. What I always tell people is depending on what you're making and depending on what you're paying yourself, this will always be able to help you drop your liability at the end of the day, since you did pay these taxes throughout the course of the year. And also for Social Security and Medicare, you know, you're getting points towards Social Security by doing this as well. So that's important as well for retirement at the end of the day. And question number 2, what was the second question?
Question number 2, the name of your PA has to be the same way as written on your RE license?
It would have to be your full name. For example, Michael
Ay,
Darna.
deja ver.
Michael Darna PA. So it would be
Okay.
your full name and then professional association.
And also, if you can use Zoe Sanchez, but also for the DVPR, you have to fill out a $25 form and send a $25 check. But when you name it, you just gotta have to open the corporation and like you have to put your full name. I had an issue where I had a corporation that the tax team opened called George Cancebello Inc. And I had a problem and I tried to be slick and look like an attorney and I put George Cancebello and Associates. They made me rename it and I put George A. Cancebello PA. So you have to keep it on the way you're licensed. Yes, it is. And then you got to get approved by the DVPR after the
Broke up there.
after you create the corporation on SunBiz, the PA, then you have to get it approved by the DVPR.
Perfect. All right.
And one last question, actually 2 questions. Ryan is asking, what are the tax implications of using my LLC to receive commission for real estate sales and using the same LLC for managing a rental property and processing the income and expenses for the property?
Ryan, we're gonna put our information on there. I want you to reach out to me and we'll dive in and discuss that question. And I think Gabriela,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, have them reach out because it's already 11:25. My
gonna
time, unfortunately, for this segment has come to an end. But again, guys, I'm super excited with this partnership. I look forward to fielding your questions. For those who didn't get their answers, and I know it was 2 of you guys, that's my email, which is my last name, Darna, D-A-R-N-A @goldtaxteam.com. And then also our info box is our generic email here. Either one of those would work. And that's my direct contact number here at the office. Definitely reach out. We'll connect on a phone call and we'll go from there. If you guys are ready to go or want information again, even if it's not a question about, you know, S-Corp versus LLC, feel free to reach out. And for those of you who don't have a PA, let's get it done. I will now turn this over to Corinne and Yesenia on the credit repair side. Take it away, girls.
All right. So, okay, so my name is Yesenia and I am let me go ahead and stop share for a quick second. So my name is Yesenia and I am the operations manager here at the tax team / credit repair team. We are the credit repair department at the tax team. We will dive in a little bit. We also have Corinne, who is our general manager for the team, and we have
Hi,
Olani.
everybody.
We also
Nice
have
to meet
Odalis,
you.
who is our credit repair specialist on our team as well. We are a team of 3, hoping to grow very soon. So let's go ahead and dive in. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. So welcome to the tax team. We are going to go ahead and talk about our credit repair department, who we are, what we do, and what we have to offer you guys. So a little bit about us. We actually established the credit repair department back in 2016. So about 2 years after the tax team actually launched. We started off as a sister company to the tax team, which is actually the fastest growing tax firm. We're very proud of that. And in 2020, we actually decided, we had the credit repair team as a sister company to the tax team. So we just decided, let's go ahead and merge. At the end of the day, we all know that the tax team is like a financial umbrella. We take care a little bit of everything. So we went ahead and merged, and now we are just collectively the tax team. So what we do, we assist our customers with their financial needs through credit repair and debt settlements. So we do both credit disputes as well as debt settlements, depending on what the client needs, okay? Through credit disputes, we remove and correct any derogatory information from a credit report. You know, we work with all 3 credit bureaus, so Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And we always make sure to abide by the FCRA. So that's the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You know, we make sure that we get verification of accounts. We ensure that everything is just as it's supposed to report on a client's credit report. And we help them fix anything that's not supposed to be there. By the bureaus, if they don't have enough information to report to the client's credit report, they need to remove that information. That's how we can get those credit scores to go up, okay? What sets us apart from every other credit repair company out there, I'm not going to give names, but we know that everybody now offers credit repair. But what sets us apart is that we like to offer credit education. And I think that's the most important thing, is that we not only, you know, get these credit reports and we're fixing it, you know, for our clients, but we're educating them on what credit is, how it works, what they can do to improve it, what they can do to maintain it. You know, that's what we try to do. We try to educate them through the process, not only when we start, but even when they leave us, they can be on a maintenance plan, and we just educate them throughout the whole process. And we also do correspondence review. If they get anything in the mail, we go ahead and review it for them as part of the process. Okay. So as part of our credit repair process, we have a few steps and that we take care of. So the step 1, we review our clients' goals. We want to make sure, do they want to buy a house? Do they want to buy a car? Did they go through, you know, a financial hardship and now they're getting back on their feet? We want to know exactly what their goals are, so we know how the process is going to work, how quick we need to work, and all of that. Okay. Our step number 2 is we pull the client's credit report. Okay. We're not going to conduct a hard pull because these clients are coming to us for help. We're not going to hurt them, you know, as we start the process. So we pull the client's report using a company called Identity IQ, and it's through a soft pull. So it's not going to hurt them. Okay. And then we review the report with them and decide what is the best approach. If it's somebody that's coming to me and they're like, I'm ready to buy a house, but they have one collection and they need it, you know, gone quick, you know, we're going to choose, is it wise to go through the dispute process, or are we just going to help them with a quick settlement just so they can, you know, get rid of it quickly and get into their house? Or is it somebody that has a little bit more time? They have a little bit more, you know, they have student loans, they have mortgages, they have collections, they have a lot more to work with. Are we going to go through the dispute process? Okay. Depending on what we decide is best for them, then we go ahead, we send them the agreement. You know, we make sure that they know that this is a month-to-month agreement. We don't lock somebody in for 6 months. We don't lock them in for a year. We don't pay all of the money up front, like $1,000 up front and we'll fix your credit. No, we go month by month. And it's a monthly fee, which we'll go over the fees later. And we also make sure we receive proper documentation to support them. So we get their license, we get a copy of their social, just so that the bureaus can verify their information when we are disputing. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and send it over to Corinne. She's going to talk about our dispute process.
Hi, everybody. It's a pleasure to meet you all. We're super excited to present this to you. So my name is Corinne, and I'm the general manager here at the tax team for the credit repair department. And I wanted to kind of go over the dispute process with you, just to kind of give you an overview of what to expect, whether this is for you, for your family, a friend. I mean, right now, people cannot get away with having bad credit anymore. Maybe years ago, credit was, it wasn't such a big deal, but now even people who are trying to rent are coming to us, with like, questions, what do I need to do? Which is why like the education part, it's so important to us, because we like to educate and help people, as much as we can. So the dispute process works every 30 days. It aligns with the credit bureau. So every 30 days, the client is going to receive an update on what's going on with their credit. We review the negative information being reported in the credit, and then we send dispute letters to the 3 credit bureaus, so Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. By law, the credit bureaus have 30 days to start responding to the disputes, which is why we do correspondence review, to help the client with the letters that they're going to receive in the mail. So 70% of the time, the credit bureaus cannot verify the information. So therefore, they need to respond in that matter of time to get things either verified or removed from the client's credit, depending on the investigation that they would do. So every month we're going to refresh the credit report, we're going to get the new score, and we're going to update the file to see what accounts have been deleted, what accounts have been corrected. We're going to compare month to month as we go. So deleted means that the account is completely gone. You run the client's credit and it no longer appears in the report. Repaired means that there was something negative that now has been updated to positive. So usually the client is in the process anywhere between 4 to 6 months. Now, sometimes we start seeing results within the first 90 days. And I know this because I do this myself. So I compare, and after 90 days, you could already start seeing some changes. But, it varies person to person. But at the 6th month, I like to do an overview with the client, and I like to basically offer them, an analysis of everything that has happened in the past 6 months to see what they want to do. If they want to go to maintenance, if they want to continue one more month. This is why it's a month-to-month process with us. So the first 2 months, we contact the credit bureaus, and then we take an extra step by contacting the actual creditor or the collection agency, and we start the dispute process directly with them. So if the information cannot be verified, they have to delete it. If the information is verified, which means that the client gets correspondence that ties them to the debt, then at that point, we go over that specific account with the client and we tell them what's the best thing to do, whether it's to settle it or whether it's to wait for the statute of limitations, depending how old the account is, to see if it's better for them to just leave it so it falls off their credit when it meets the statute of limitations. So the statute of limitations vary, but usually it's 5 years for the creditor to be able to sue the client, and a total of 7 years by the last payment date, not when they opened the account.
Okay, so our pricing structure.
Okay, so the pricing structure, Ksenia, you want to go ahead and go over that?
Yeah, so our pricing structures, what we do is we charge a monthly fee. Like I said, we don't charge everything up front. What we do is we charge a monthly fee, and that's $105 a month. Okay, the only separate fee that is charged for our clients is the credit monitoring through Identity IQ, which is an additional $19.99 a month. Okay, so in total, they'll be paying about $125 collectively. Okay, on some months, you guys will see that we go ahead and we post promotions. So we do have promotions. Like now we have one for fall for $89 a month. So it might vary from month to month depending when we do have promotions. Settlements is what we do charge separately. So settlements, we do have different settlement thresholds depending on the amount of the debt that the client wants us to settle. Okay, so as we can see here, any debt that's $500, we charge anywhere from $50 to $100 up front. and as it goes on. Anything that the client has, if they have a client that's $12,000, anything above $10,000 in debt, we do go ahead and charge them up front, but then we charge them a 20% on savings. So if we save them, you know, whatever amount, we go ahead and charge them 20% on that savings, okay? So our affiliate program, Corinne, you want to dive into the affiliate program, which is what is going to be beneficial to all of you realtors.
Yeah, our audio is breaking up.
Yeah. Hi. Okay, yes. So what we're doing is basically we go over the credit report with them using Identity IQ, and we take a look to see exactly how those student loans are reporting. So if it's currently in a negative status, we'll see what's the best way to proceed. If they're current right now because the payment is in deferment or something like that, then we can try to clean up the previous late payments depending on the account history and how it's reporting.
Okay.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. So Corinne, if you want to go ahead and dive into our affiliate program.
Yes, so this is the exciting part, because this is the part where you make money too, guys. So we do have an affiliate program, which means that any clients you refer to us that sign up, you're gonna get a revenue share, 10% of that revenue every single month. So for example, for Margarita Perez, you know, she signs up November 2021 and she's paying $105 a month. That means that through the credit repair process, which could be anywhere between 4 to 6 months or even more, you're going to receive $10.50 every month. Now, I know that this sounds like a little bit, you know, maybe not even gas money, but the more people that you refer, then the more money you're going to receive every single month. And then after 100 clients have signed up, it gets bumped to 20%. So you'll be making more, you know, double what you were making just by referring. You don't even have to sell it to them. You can let me handle the selling part. You don't have to say anything. All you have to tell me is, look, this person wants you to call them, and I go ahead and set them up. I do the sales pitch. I go over the credit report with them. I get them on board, and you receive your 10% for that. So you do have a customized portal that once you become an affiliate, I go ahead and set it up for you so that way you can have access to all the clients that you refer to us. You're going to keep track of all the sales and the revenue through that portal. And commissions are paid every single month. So if you guys are interested in being an affiliate, I will be more than happy to email you additional information about it. My email will be in the chat room so that way you guys can contact me, because it's a great way that we can both work together and help our clients and also make some money on the side as well.
All right.
Love it.
So I know you're hearing about us and the company, but we just want to show a little bit of success stories that we've actually had with clients. So here we give an example. You know, this client, they wanted to get married and they wanted to move into a new rental property. As we can see here, they started off in the first rounds in the 500s, 570s. And within, you know, 3 more months off on the fourth round, we got them up to 660s. So that's about 100, almost 100 points difference in just 3 months. Okay, we were able to, you know, remove collections over $1,200. We got rid of late payments. So they had 96 points, 94 points, and 92 point increase in just 3 months. And we were able to get them into that new rental property and get approved for a new card to help them pay for the wedding that was upcoming.
And Kareem, what that does, I'm sorry to interrupt,
Mhm.
aside from the affiliate program, this whole group is they're realtors. So by fixing somebody's credit, they get in 3 months, they have this person that they couldn't buy a house or couldn't get a rental property. Now they can.
Yeah,
So that's most
exactly.
importantly, I think, what they will be focused on. Once they get a client that doesn't qualify and cannot buy, you put them in this program. Within 3 months, you know you have that client back ready to go.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what we've always aimed for, you know, that we always called it like the closed loop. Like you're gonna refer us business because it's gonna benefit both of us. You guys have the client that cannot get approved, you send them to us, we fix their credit, we send them right back to you. We're not gonna send them to anybody else. That's why we call it the closed loop referral. Okay. And
Yes, correct. And
go ahead.
we also, I'm like super vocal with everybody. Like I'm always sending emails, I'm always staying on top of like the updates. So for example, like you send me somebody, look, we need to close this house within 3 months, do you know the best. So I start working, and the moment that their scores hit a certain range that you need them to be, I send you an email, this person's ready, like run with it right now. You know. So I like to stay very, very like, you know, in communication with not only with my realtors but with the clients. So you know, it's hard to trust people, especially in Miami, but if you guys send me a client, I'm gonna treat them like they're because they will be my client, like my baby too, you know, so you can trust that.
Yeah, for us, communication is the biggest
Love
thing.
it.
Corinne is great with her communication, and like she said, she treats these clients like her babies. We're gonna make sure
I
that
know.
they get to their goals, you know, because we want to see them succeed and make it to their goals just as much as anybody. So
Yeah.
so this is just another example of one of our success stories. They just wanted to clean it up, and we were able to, for this client, we actually were able to remove student loan collections, which is almost impossible, but not impossible. You know, we make it happen. We removed over $5,000 in student loans, and we got them 132 points, 119 points, and 81 points. And this one was within 5 months. So we got them from the 500 up into the 700 club, which is where we want most of our clients to be by the time we're done with them. So we push for Google reviews as much as we can. So you guys can go into our Google. We're working on getting more within the next few weeks, but you guys can go see for yourself. We have 5 stars and we have, you know, reviews to back it up. You know, one of our clients, Jose Rivera, he actually had fraudulent accounts and he kept getting fraud accounts year after year. And we were actually able to help him finally remove them, you know, because like I said, we try to do the best that we can and we abide by the FCRA and we try to do everything as legal as possible, you know, and help these clients that sometimes they feel hopeless, and we try to help them, you know, find the light at the end of the tunnel. So do you guys have any questions? We're going to go ahead and open up the floor. I'm going to stop sharing. So if you guys have any questions, we'll be more than happy to answer them. Anybody?
They had that question. I don't know if they answer that, but I've seen you guys do it on previous. Are you guys been able to take off bad debt for student loans? How is that working these days? Because I get that question a lot.
So the student loans, I think, are a bit more difficult than any of the other debts that we have out there, just because most of the student loans are through federal programs. So it depends on what the client is in deferment and forbearance and different things like that. So Corinne, what is your experience with what you've seen, I guess, most lately, since you're the one that does disputes?
So I've seen a lot of clients come up with the fact that everything seems to be on like this hold. So if there are student loans in their credit report, we're gonna dispute those. And then anything else that might be negative. Now, the government, when it comes to federal information, they seem to be a little bit slower in responding with the correspondence that we're asking for, but it's like a case to case basis. So there's one guy that comes with like $20,000 of student debt, and then it comes off because they weren't able to verify it, so then they have to remove it. If not, they're going to be going against the law. But then you have the other person that comes in and they have like $5,000 worth of student loans, but in their case they were able to verify it. So at that point it's like, okay, we can't really do anything about that. You can either wait for it to come off, or you can start trying to make payments towards it. So honestly, it's very individual. It's like a fingerprint. Like one credit report doesn't look the same as others, even if they both have student loans, because it all depends on what that creditor is going to do with that specific dispute that we're going to send for that client.
Yeah, and Amarilis, she made a comment in the chat that there's new laws and programs happening right now for student loan forgiveness. Yes, there are. I know, for example, there's teacher forgiveness. There's just different clauses and different I guess, requirements that are required for that student loan forgiveness. But yes, it can be wiped after 7 years. But I think this is a common misconception with the statute of limitations. Yes, most accounts on credit are removed after 7 years, but just because they are removed from your credit and that's the statute of limitations to be reported on your credit for 7 years, doesn't mean that that debt necessarily goes away. You guys still might owe that debt, and especially when it's student loans, that it's federal money, it gets into like a gray area there. But like Corinne said, it's a very personalized thing. From person to person, it's gonna vary. Okay, so do we have any other questions?
Actually, I guess on the credit report thing, I think we're good and we're excited to have you guys. I'll probably add you guys into the chats. So, I mean, one of you guys into the chat, so you could always be there to answer credit questions in our WhatsApp. There's a bunch of them, so I'm gonna have to like spread you guys out.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I went ahead and I put in our chat our email. It's credit@gotaxteam.com. Along with our phone number, it's the same one as the tax office. You guys can go ahead, give us a call, shoot us an email, and we'll be more than happy to help you guys out.
Perfect. And I want to jump in on the next. I want to go back to you for a second, Mike, because I know you kind of left us all wanting more on this tax saving stuff.
That's the whole point, man.
I know, but I know.
Now they're gonna call the hotline.
Yeah, you guys gotta
Talk to
call.
me.
Set up your incorporations. You know, I did all my corporations. I do it with them. You know, it's done right the first time. The worst is you open a corporation, you do it wrong, and now you're paying more money for doing it wrong in the first place. They could help you with that and help you with the bookkeeping. Don't be like me back in the days before I got to taxing. I'll be like a couple days before, you know, taxes being done, or the day of tax will be done, and I'm there for like 6 hours because I didn't do bookkeeping correctly. It's one of the best things I've done now. So you guys, there's a lot of nights that I was there, the tax team, to like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and it was not fun because I should have done it earlier. Carlos being there a lot of that time with me to the morning, actually, Mike, I want to go back because we have a lot of realtors here. And guys, something that what I loved about early on, I didn't have a lot of money to invest. I didn't have no money. I had like, you know, a lot of personal credit cards that I was maxing out. Just, you guys know that struggle that I had at the beginning, as we all do as realtors. One of the things that helped me change and start becoming an investor was opening up my corporation and building a business credit, like getting credit lines from businesses where they're giving me $35,000 with 0 interest, and I would open up multiple corporations, and I had like $100,000 in business credit, and I was able to build my first rehab with it, and then it just kept on trickling down. Mike, what could you suggest? Right, well, that on the business credit line, of course, you could always talk how you could get more loans. One of the things that they're awesome, if what is available for the agents now on loans or SBA, PPA, if you could just give a little bit of that in case some of the people are interested in that, if you could just shed some light on it, because realtors, we're not really sure what we qualify or what we don't. If you could shed some light on that.
Definitely, and I'll go over it briefly because we still have Evelyn with the lending portion and we don't want to run over time. But as far as anybody with new incorporations, unfortunately, the cutoff is February 2020. So anything with the EIDL loan, which is the economic disaster loan, businesses needed to be established prior to February 15th of 2020. However, if you've been self-employed, previously, I mean, self-employed, obviously your realtors without actually incorporating, there was PPP when it was available for you to be able to kind of claim if you had some funds coming in. But as of right now, you needed to be incorporated prior to February 15th of 2020 in order to get the economic disaster loan, which is the one that's still available. So unfortunately, we don't have an avenue there for our new incorporators, but if there's anybody on the line who's already had an established corporation prior to that date, reach out to me. Let's get together. Let's take a look at your financials, see what you got. And hey, we never know, we might be able to qualify for something. Definitely. All right. So before I move on, again, remember guys, questions for incorporations, for loans, I'm your guy, Mike Darna. You have my email, darna@gotaxteam.com. I want to turn it over to Evelyn because I know we were supposed to go till 12. We got about 10 minutes, but Evelyn, go ahead and do your thing. The floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be part of the Lifestyle family, and I want to thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Evelyn Alfaro. I am your lending specialist here at the tax team. And I don't want to give you a sales pitch about how much my rates are better than anyone else or my turnaround times are better, because at the end of the day, your clients are, if they go shopping around, anybody can promise them the world. And at the end of the day, you know, they might not be able to deliver on what they promised. So what I can assure you is that I love what I do, and not to be biased, I am really good at it. So I want to make sure that you guys know that your clients are my priority. So, and as I love being able to help homeowners and realtors like you to be able to achieve your goals. So here at the tax team, we don't consider your clients just another number. So we help nurture them, we give them quality, and we give them the guidance to be able to, you know, to create that lifetime relationship. Because at the end of the day, if you have an amazing team working by your side, then you're going to be the expert. And that client is going to come back to you each and every time they have a real estate related question, or even if, you know, they have their family members and other friends and family, they're going to come back to you. They're going to refer you that business. And that's what we want. We want to create that you're the expert so they can come back to you. And then, you know, other people might brush off these clients because they're not ready to purchase. But here at the tax team, we work our magic to be able to convert them into future clients. And we guide them, we educate them, and we give them the tools to be able to do that, because we want them to be able to do that now and not later. Because at the end of the day, these clients, most of them are lost without us. And if we don't give them the guidance now, they might be lost. You know, they might never be able to purchase. So we like to go ahead and do that for them. And we have to take it onto ourselves and create that responsibility to not just leave them wandering around in the world. You know, we want to help them. And that's why I love our team so much, because we all work together. We do our specific part. Mike does taxes. Corinne and Jasenia, they do their credit repair. And then I'm here to be able to, you know, give them the loan for that property that they want. And one important thing I want to note is that we are wholesale lenders. So as wholesale lenders, we're able to give them a wider range of options for your, you know, for the loans that they need. And we also have looser lending requirements because we don't have as many overlays as those other retail shops do. And I want to also, before we get off, I know we have a little bit of time, I wanted to let you know that we have a little loophole for anyone that has a client that wasn't able to get a conventional loan because they didn't qualify as far as not being able to claim all the income that they're making. And if they make substantial income, but they can't prove it, we might have a little loophole that we can do to be able to get them into a conventional loan. Even if they bought, like maybe they bought 2 or 3 years ago and they still have a hard money loan that they weren't able to get a conventional loan on, I would love for you guys to reach out to me, and we'll go on a one-on-one basis with each of you, and we'll go over your client scenario and see if this is something that we might be able to help your clients with. I'm so excited to be part of the Lifestyle family. I know that you guys have a whole bunch of events and trainings. I am going to start attending more of events so I can meet you guys face to face. And then as far as, when I get feedback from you guys, if you have any questions, we'll be doing, hopefully we'll be doing a training more in depth of what you guys have questions on. And I'm excited. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm gonna pass it back to Mike so he can go ahead and finish up.
Thank you, Evelyn. All right, guys. It was a pleasure getting with all of you guys this morning. This again was the first of many to come. So this was kind of like get your feet wet, get to know us a little bit, and then us for, open the available service, let you guys know exactly what we have to offer.
I don't know, man. I got Mike, I gotta jump in there. I got 51 agents on here minus a few of the tax team, and you just gave them enough to get by. We need more taxing. I want them to save more money in taxes, so we gotta queue this up pretty fast. Of course, everybody's gonna need credit repair now. They're gonna have that accessible course, on every different types of loans and helping, you know, on more non-conventional kind of loans or regular loans. But the taxing is huge. I want everybody who hasn't incorporated, this is one of the craziest things. We have a little bit over 1,300 real estate agents. And I could assure you, if we have 40 PAs, corporations open that I pay out, that's a lot. And that is unacceptable, guys. You're giving money away back to the government. I mean, again, this is being recorded, so government, I love you, but you're giving money away that you shouldn't be giving away. You guys need to incorporate. You could build your business lines of credit. You could have got an SBA, PPA, or whatever his loan was. If you had incorporated, you need to do this. Hit up Mike, set up your books, get your taxes done right. Now you have George Cancebello who's putting his name behind this. So whatever you guys need, let me know. Mike, we need you back. We need the team back on taxes because it's a big issue. And it's something very important. And I want them to become investors themselves, and they need to start building that side of the business. So Mike, I'm letting you off the hook. Tax team, credit repair team, I'm letting you guys off the hook, but we need more of this. And then this is not even a selling point. It's the truth. We need this. And I love that everybody's on here. We had 70, 80, 85 people, 55 of you stayed. And I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all. More of this to come.
Yep, to echo George, this is extremely critical to all of our successes. I think together, working as one, we can close a lot more deals, get your clients qualified. And then I love educating. I love talking to the masses and letting them know what we can do, and obviously helping them save their hard-earned money, man. So I'm in it. Again, this was just a little teaser, a little introduction, nice little Zoom on this beautiful Tuesday morning. You guys have my contact info. You have the team's contact info. We're ready when you are. Give me a call, shoot me an email, and this is the first of many to come. I will see you guys soon. And for the realtors who are interested in learning more about taxation and are looking for a side hustle, got a big event coming on the 28th, which George will give you more info about, but stay tuned for that. Guys, it was a pleasure again. Thank you for joining. We'll see you soon.
Take care, guys.